Hey guys, welcome back. We are here at our final week of CC for the year. Cycle 3, this is week 24. We have wrapped up so much this year, and it's amazing that we are here at our last week already. But let's jump right in for week 24. This week we are learning the identity law for addition and for multiplication. And it states that for addition, a plus 0 equals a, and for multiplication, a times 1 equals a. We're going to sing this to the tune of Polly Wolly Doodle, and it sounds like this. The identity law for addition states a plus 0 equals a. The identity law for multiplication states a times 1 equals a. And that is math. For English, we are learning the 7 sentence patterns, and there are 7 of them. But each one adds on a different component. So there's lots of words to remember for this. So we do have some hand motions today, and hopefully that helps. We're going to chant it out, and this is what we came up with. So we do subject, verb. So we're the subject, V for verb. So, and that goes every time. So subject, verb, direct object, subject, verb, predicate, P for predicate, nominative. Then we have subject, verb, predicate, adjective. We make an A. The next one is subject, verb, indirect object, direct object. Then we have subject, verb, direct object, object, complement, noun. And the last one is subject, verb, direct object, object, complement, adjective. That is the hand motions. I hope that's helpful. For history, we are learning the Bill of Rights. So tell me the Bill of Rights, and we can do it all on 10 fingers. The first one stands for freedoms. Freedom of many things. Freedom of faith or religion, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, lots of things. So that's the first one, freedoms. The second one, number 2, is own guns. So freedoms, own guns. Then we have quartering soldiers. This is like a quarter. These are the soldiers. The quartering soldiers means that we have the right to not have soldiers quartering in our homes. So we'll do quarters and soldiers, okay? Or you could march during that. My daughter likes to march for that part. The next one, number 4, is warrants. So we'll do 4 warrants, okay? 5, cannot testify against self. So we do 5 and take it to your mouth because we have the right to remain silent. Then we have 6, right to a speedy trial. 7, right to a jury. This is you, the judge, and the jury. Then we have 8, like this, for cruel and unusual punishment. We can just think of our thumbs. If we did something wrong and they chopped our thumbs off, that would be cruel and unusual. And so we don't do that. Also, back in the older times, that used to be a thing where if you stole, you would have your fingers chopped off. So we are glad that we don't do those kind of cruel and unusual punishments today. But 8 is cruel and unusual punishment. And then we have 9, people's rights. This little finger here for the 9 stands for the other rights that are not listed in our Bill of Rights that are also rights to people. So for that, we're going to do 9 for people's rights, and then 10, states' rights. And those are our motions for our Bill of Rights. To the song, there they say several times, Bill of Rights. And when we do that, we make a B with our hand, Bill of Rights. And so Bill of Rights. Then we have freedoms, own guns, quartering soldiers, warrants, cannot testify against self. 6, right to a speedy trial, can't make you go to prison for a long time before they put you on trial to see if you're guilty or innocent. 7, right to a jury. 8, cruel and unusual punishment. And 9, people's rights. And 10, states' rights. And that is how we covered history. For Latin, we are learning the last part of John chapter 1, verses 7, and it says, Ut omnes crederint per illum. In English, that is, that all men might believe through him. And today for class, what we did to remember this is we said it back and forth. So one person would say it in English, the next person would say it in Latin. The next person English, the next person Latin. Next person English, next person Latin. We did that, of course, after listening to what this portion of the song sounded like for the tune that we're learning it to, which is King Things. And so we listened to that a couple times, and then we went around in our circle and took turns saying it in English and Latin. And that's how we cover Latin today. For timeline, we are singing the President song. So I have my handy dandy presidents list out here, and I will show you how we did it, including our new president, President Biden. And this is what it sounds like. See if I can get a pen for this to point. So we have Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, and Monroe. Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, and Taylor. Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, and Lincoln. Johnson, Grant, and Hayes. Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley. Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover. Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford. Carter, Reagan, Bush, and Clinton. Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden. It's for him we pray. And that is our president song. Okay, so for geography, we are covering more prominent features this week. And I have a little map here for you. We first identified where these places are. So we have the Mississippi River Delta. This is the Mississippi River Delta, the Gulf of Mexico. We have Mammoth Cave, the San Andreas Fault right here, and Death Valley right here next to the San Andreas Fault. First, we identified where all these places are, and then this week, instead of hearts like last week, we did stars. So we put stars on all of our prominent features for this week for memory. So I would first point it out, then I would have all the students touch that spot, say the name of it. We went through it that way for all of them, and then they went through and showed me where all of the places were and their names. And that's how we covered geography. Last but not least, we have science. And for science, we're learning what is natural selection. So we are going to sing this to the tune of Baby Shark. Today on my board, I drew up a baby shark, and it sounds like this. What is natural selection? Natural selection is the idea that the fittest survive and pass along their traits to their offspring, to their offspring, to their offspring. What is natural selection? Natural selection is the idea that the fittest survive and pass along their traits to their offspring, to their offspring, to their offspring. That is how we covered science today. In class, we actually started with passing this to the first person in our circle, and we passing along our traits around in the circle. We passed our little shark. And that is it for this week, week 24. That's also it for this whole cycle 3. Well done, everybody. I hope you all give yourselves a huge pat on the back because this has been a huge accomplishment, learning all that we have this year. And I hope you guys all have a great break. Until I see you next time for cycle 1, hopefully next year, God bless you all.